पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन कम्युनिटी न्यूयॉर्क की एक अहम व नुमाइंदा तंजीम अमेरिकन पाकिस्तानी पब्लिक अफेयर्स कमेटी APPAC ने न्यूयॉर्क सिटी की मेयर की उम्मीदवार माया वाइली की प्राइमरी इलेक्शन में तायद व हमायत का ऐलान कर दिया है। यह ऐलान डॉक्टर एजाज अहमद की क़यादत में APPAC के ओहदेदारान ने डाइवर्सिटी प्लाजा जैक्सन हाइट्स पर माया वाइली के हमरा मुश्तरका प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस से खिताब के दौरान किया। माया वाइली अगर मेयर मुंतखब होती हैं तो वो न्यूयॉर्क सिटी की पहली सियाह फाम और पहली खातून मेयर होंगी। मेयर न्यूयॉर्क के लिए प्राइमरी इलेक्शन 22 जून को होने जा रहे हैं। प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस से खिताब के दौरान माया वाइली ने APPAC के अरकान को यकीन दिलाया कि वो अगर मेयर मुंतखब हुई तो उनकी ट्रांजिशन टीम और सिटी इंतज़ामिया में पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी के काबिल और बासलाहियत अरकान को खिदमात फराहम करने के मौके फराहम किए जाएंगे। आइए APPAC और माया वाली की मुश्तरका प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस देखते हैं।
It's a beautiful Sunday. It's an amazing day to be at a plaza that's called Diversity Plaza, because I think that truly represents all the diversity New York City has, and I think it's a historic day for our communities and our coalition to really see the next step in our activism in New York City politics, which is really asking the right questions to the candidate and really asking for our fair shares of resources and other things that matter to our communities. So, I'm just starting the event off. I'm going to invite a few speakers, and then in the end, we'll have Maya speak and talk about her campaign and her vision for the future of New York. So I'll start with our board member for the National Board of APPAC, Mr. Asif Chaudhry. If you can come and start the event officially. Asif Chaudhry.
Thank you. I would like to thank you everybody for being here today, and I want to especially thank you to Maya for coming here and giving us the honor to endorse you today. And we are here today to endorse a candidate who no doubt is going to be the next mayor of this New York City. Wow. And we are endorsing the person who share our values, aspirations, and who is a hope for the New York City on the face of discrimination, on the face of hatred, on the face of Islamophobia, and on the face of discrimination. So I am proudly endorsing Maya Wiley to be the next mayor of New York City.
Thank you. I think powerful words by Asif Chaudhry. Next one we have is the community organizer with APPAC. He has a long roots in New York City for a very long time, and he's the one who introduced to a lot of people in New York City in the last couple of years. Please put your hands together for Adnan Bukhari.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us. We are grateful to be gathered here today to announce the endorsement for New York City next mayor. I am Adnan Bukhari, an organizer with APPAC, American Pakistani Public Affairs Committee, and we are a group of leaders and activists that work with government leaders to ensure Pakistanis and Muslim Americans are included in government system. APPAC was founded in 2017 with the mission of creating resources not only for Pakistani Americans, but for all marginalized communities. Our objective is to provide a substantial amount of support for Pakistani and Muslim Americans to run and win for their local town, city, and state races. We are grateful to see leaders in New York City that embody this vision, like Ms. Maya Wiley. Therefore, we are here to support and endorse someone who look like us, think like us, and we are confident that she will make us part of the decision-making process. We have been sidelined, marginalized for many years, but it's the right time to ask for our fair share. Let's make it happen together by electing Maya as the next mayor of New York City. Thank you. With this, I will request the chairman of APPAC, Dr. Ijaz Ahmed, please come to the podium for the endorsement. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here today. Thank you very much. This is a pivotal moment in our city. This election will decide the leadership for the borough president, city council, and mayor for the next 4 years. It's crucial that our communities have a voice and active participation in that process. Thanks to Maya Wiley, we do. We are proud to endorse Maya Wiley for New York City mayor. Maya has been a true friend to the New York South Asian and Muslim community and will ensure that fairness and equality extend to all of our people. Maya has a passion to address issues that affect our communities, like addressing the debt accumulated for taxi medallion and ensuring we have quality halal food options in our schools.
Yes.
Maya's vision matches that of our community needs. She knows the importance of needed resources and services reaching vulnerable populations within our community. Maya is the leader we need to ensure to have in City Hall for years to come. We are honored to stand with her today. Please join me introducing New York City's next mayor, Maya Wiley.
Good afternoon. Okay, maybe I use. Good afternoon. Is this one? Same thing? Okay, this one is good. Okay. This one is good. Thank you. Well, first, let me just say it is my honor to be standing with you today and to receive your endorsement because the American Pakistani Public Affairs Committee is New York City. It is community leadership that recognizes that our communities are all throughout this city. The Pakistani community lives throughout New York City in every single borough. And that when we talk about essential workers, which we have been talking about a lot in this city, we should not forget who is essential to our city. And it includes our Pakistani brothers and sisters. It includes the Muslim community. And one of the things that we must recognize as a city is that one of the things we love about New York is that we are a global city. That we are. And everyone is here in this city from all over the globe, including Pakistan. And that we have people who worship in so many different ways, every religion, including Islam.
Yes.
And that it is a city that strength comes from our diversity. It's a city that comes from a strength of diversity that's not just where we are born, and 38%, 37% of our people were born in a different country. And that's a strength. It's a strength that we have every religion here, including Islam, which is and it is a strength that we have all of the culture and traditions that our entire world has to offer right here in New York City. It is part of the reason why people travel to be in New York. And essential workers, because we did just talk about taxi drivers. Taxi drivers are essential workers. They are. They were essential to this city before COVID. And they were decimated during COVID. But even before COVID, we have to acknowledge that there was unfair lending for taxi medallions that took advantage of our essential workers. And rather than bailing out the lenders, we will bail out the drivers. Also, people who support our families. And there's nothing more important in New York than our families. And part of the reason is because there's nothing more important to New York than our children. Our children are the future. And we cannot risk losing another generation of our children. To hunger? No. To A lack of opportunity? No. And our schools must reflect that all our children deserve to be able to learn. But you can't learn if you haven't eaten. No child learns. So unless we are providing the quality meals that our children who keep halal or kosher are able to get, then we are denying them an opportunity in our schools that we must fix, and I will do it by ensuring that we have halal meals, quality meals in our schools. Businesses are also half of our jobs in this city. And this is a community of entrepreneurs, of small business owners. And what we know is too many of our community businesses did not get the relief they deserved during COVID.
Yes.
Our community-based businesses did not have programs designed for their needs.
Yes.
I saw that firsthand in my community in Flatbush, Brooklyn, a community that is very diverse. It has a very large Pakistani community and West Indian community and Latino community. It's one of the things we're proud of. And those businesses were denied the supports they deserved, just like in Southeast Queens, just like in the Bronx, and too many communities. But I have a plan to set aside dollars for our small businesses in communities that did not get the help they deserve. Pakistani community businesses get the help they deserve, as well as our taxi drivers. But I will end on one last thing. Hate.
Yes.
We cannot, and will not tolerate hate against any single member of our and Pacific Islander communities have been devastated by hate. We saw it after 9/11 with the rise of Islamophobia. We saw it, and we didn't do enough. And now we see it again, and we are appalled. But it's not enough to be appalled. We have to be in partnership to protect every one of our people, which we will do by making sure the New York City Police Department understands hate is a crime. And
Yes.
but we will also build up our community-based organizations in our communities experiencing hate, because we need, one, to have communities that have language abilities for the people who need to be served. So many hate crimes go unreported. Some of that is because people are afraid to go to the police. Sometimes it's also language and culture. And so we have to have trusted leaders in communities able to be the supports for community and tell government what's wrong, what's happening, and what needs to be fixed. And be supported to get the human service dollars to provide the needs for the community. Too many of our communities are being overlooked in our community-based organizations and leadership, and we will change that. But what I finally will say is hate will not have a home. A city that is a beautiful mosaic, and the Pakistani community is central to our heart and our lifeblood, and I am honored to have your endorsement.
Thank you. Thank you.